And we are back. Baldur's Gate 3. Let us continue our adventure. But we need to get a little bit of sleep first before we continue on into the temple. Temple area.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Let me out!
Are you, dead?
All right, let's go ahead and leave camp. Get on our way. Just make sure I got the right party. This last light in. What were we doing here? Oh yeah, going up and talking to Wolverine after rescuing some tieflings and some gnomes and stuff like that. Gotta remember that. Also, today is New Glasses Day, but they look the same. Yeah, they do look very similar. They're more rectangular than my previous ones, which were a bit more round down here. So they're not identical, but they're very similar. That's for sure.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
And Wolverine, let's have a chit chat.
Ketheric's lackeys found me already. Blast it all! You need to deal with him.
Okay.
The Drider doing the Colt's work.
We talk to Nichols' money too.
The towers were here. Soot, sulfur, limestone, dusted all over. Signature.
All right. Good chat. Guess we'll have to come back.
Every moment Ketheric lives is another I am away from Baldur's Gate. I need to return, and soon.
Okay. So, we'll have to come back to that after we look for the Grand Mausoleum, if I remember my places correctly. Hopefully the darkness doesn't get us, because Gale has the moon lantern. Alright, let's stay somewhat grouped up here. And get to the mausoleum entrance.
Sigils.
Alright. Made it to the Wraithwind Mausoleum. Now, let's just go ahead and start making our way in. Having a little look around.
Zirel, Minthara, whoever you are, leave. I shall carry out General Form's will alone.
Alone. The Herald of Balthazar.
Not wanted, not needed. Leave.
Okay, little plaque here.
Here lies Melodia Thorm, beloved wife and mother. E Amiel Telere Manon here.
Okay. One for the Thorm family. Don't recall if there's a lot in this place. This first part, I should say. Little map right here, though. Hand-drawn map shows the Gauntlet of Shards, labyrinthian tangle of chambers and passageways stretch across multiple levels, with a vast statue of Shard dominating the central hall. Here and there are asides written in a jagged, spidery hand, Balthazar's exploratory notes. Intact wing, proving grounds, ruined wing, something present here, strange sounds reported. Rats. Why so many damnable rats?
Looks like there's a temple under this place. And something deadly sealed inside it.
Indeed. So, let's come on over here. There's a couple of doodads to check
Bones
out.
everywhere. Someone's been engaging in dark rituals here.
Indeed. Little diary entry. Okay, just read it. Nothing lore-wise, quest-wise to really get. A scroll of Wall of Stone. Well, Gale can have that. We can pick up both of those for alchemy, of course. Let's come back over to this other side, over here, real quick. We shouldn't need... I don't think we'll need the moon lantern inside of this place.
That's Myrtle's symbol. I suppose a mausoleum's a fitting place for the Lord of the Dead.
Another diary entry. Ketheric Thorn. Melodia would understand. Little traveler's chest. Let's give that a the old lockpick. Don't need bonuses. We rolled a 1. Like I said, we don't need bonuses. We rolled a 1. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. Vivacious. A cloak. Gain 8 temporary hit points after casting a spell while in melee. We'll send that to camp. A little throw... No, that's an alchemical thing that we can use, I believe, as a throwable. Remedial potion. Cures blinded, silenced, paralyzed, and poisoned creatures. Karlach, or not Karlach, Shadowheart, you can take that. We'll take the rest. Yeah, Shadowheart being the healer, of course. Take that. Don't remember if there's anything else in this. But I do know we ultimately will need to go this way, of course. Into some puzzles and traps and stuff like that.
Open tomb.
To this place.
Empty.
I'm sure of it.
Not
Lady
ominous in the
Shah's presence
slightest.
isn't here.
Sosun Elg Olaf.
This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Yes.
Isabel's grave. Before Ketheric wrenched her back into the land of the living.
Okay, so this whole room has got different little plates around it that, from what I remember, just blind you. That's about it. Doesn't seem like there's much else that they do, but you got to press these little buttons. So there's a little Moonrise Towers thing here. There's Grief, and then there's General. That's here, and I believe... I'm trying to remember the order. Can't remember if it's Moonrise, General, Grief, or if it's Grief, General, Moonrise. I think it's like one of these, then that one, then back to this one, but I don't exactly remember. So, let's split up the crew. We'll try this one first. Get that one. Then little plate to avoid. Should be able to just jump over those. And that one. Let's come over here. Jump back over here. Another jump to here. Nope, blinded. Okay, so I think it's the other way around. This. We can jump here. Jump there. Jump there. Nope. Button. Now let's come back here. There. Right about there. Nope, that's not it either. Okay. It's been a minute since I've been here, so I'm just trying to remember the exact. So we've tried 2 potential combinations. There are a few that are left. Maybe it's Brief Moonrise General. So if we do this, we might trigger a plate. I'm hoping not. Okay. So far, so good. Nothing too bad. It's basically Ketheric Thorn's story, so to speak. Nope, that's not it. So it's not that, it's not that, it's not that. So let's try that. Hello. So we go, huh? And then a couple more hops. We should be able to just make this no problem. There we go. Okay. We got it. So, let's group everyone back up. Let's go ahead and make a save as well. Oh, I thought I clicked. Didn't. Alright, now, let's continue on.
Caution is warranted here.
For the vent. That's okay.
This must be the way forward.
Where will it bring us, though?
Some bone. There's a survival check over here. There we go.
What's that?
Let's get that. Okay. Not too bad. Let's see. We got a ways to go before our next level. I'm hoping to get to level 9 before we go back to Moonrise. I don't think it's going to happen, but hopefully. Alright, everyone here on the plate. Traversal gem. Alright, we have made it to the Gauntlet of Shar. More inspiration, good.
The Sharan structure. Going by the design.
Alright, so first things first, we want to get our fast travel location, which I think it's up ahead where we were looking a second ago, but I'm just taking a little look around. I don't think there's any loot in here. There's a skeleton. Alright, let's just make our way through. The place is cool. Oh yeah, we gotta do... I'm thinking of past this already. I forgot about this particular location. Got some big statues, not as big as the statue we'll see later. Okay, that's a chasm. I was just, you know, just in case there's any hidden loot or anything. Right. Now, we've got a trial.
Shar's warriors must not be caught, must not be tricked. Only loss awaits the unworthy.
A voice. Is that Shar herself who speaks?
Yeah, so typically, I remember in my first playthrough, coming through here, and I was just like, okay, I'll just walk up and get this. Now, there is basically a repelling force field of sorts that's around it, and you gotta walk through it. And I'm trying to remember if I have to do the thing with these throwables to actually get it done or not. We're gonna find out. Because I do remember where the opening is. So we should be able to walk up here. And basically walk around to this.
Welcome, child.
There we go.
Follow my voice and prove your worth.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so essentially there's a gap right here that comes in that you can't see normally unless you, like, lower all of these down and all that fun stuff. There's some different vents and other trapped things, but I'm gonna check out little tombs real quick. We can add that to our wares. We'll do the same on this side and then over there. And then this is the direction I want to go. We can go through here. But I want to try a little something with the hardest lock to pick in the game that I'm aware of. Could be wrong. Got some Tootsuder. Take that. Okay. Let's come back over here real quick. Do the same, and then check right over here as well. Leaving the team behind because I don't want them to trigger any of the traps and stuff. Okay. There. Stop here. Alright, who needs a healing potion? So 23, 23, 23, 23. Alright, let's get this to Karlach. Take the gold, add the ring to the wares. Oh. Down here, I don't think there's much other than this tomb. We'll cast some creeper. Let's see. Necklace, add to wares. Sure. Chasm Creeper. We'll take that. Okay. Now, coming up here in a bit, we may bring Brenna over here. Brenna can do a few things that we can't as a normal crew. It's Dimension Door. I'm looking for Knock specifically. His knock will make the hardest lock to pick in the game pretty much obsolete. Let's check some more sarcophagus. Check this. We're gonna make our way up through some mushrooms. Right over here. There's a fight that's coming up that we can avoid if we really want to. But what I might do is the fight's over here. But where we're heading is this door right here. So I think it's time to get Brenna in the party. So, real quick, let's go back to camp.
No.
Let's get Brenna. She should have
This
knock.
vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
Follow me.
But the vessel only stares blankly. You'll need to make room in your party first.
And we can do that. Shadowheart.
This soul awaits thy command.
Okay. So if we look
I can do better.
here,
I
Brenna,
must.
there is knock. Which is excellent. I'm not worried about her healing or anything like that. But we have illusion. Let's get her. She might already have an invisibility potion. Not 100% on that. Anyway, let's look. The invisibility potion will make things a lot easier for this. Britta, you can have one of those. Alright. And let's leave camp. Yeah, so essentially there's a lock that's coming up that has a roll of 30. A DC of 30. that you have to hit. Which for Terry is pretty doable, but I'd much rather go with the guaranteed thing of using knock, because it is a mundane lock, which means it's not magical. So knock will work just fine. And Brenna is going to venture off by herself. I don't want anyone else going.
They should all be running.
And granted, if anyone were to die doing this, we could resurrect them. You know, that is a thing. But I'd rather it be a hireling than one of our, you know, usual people. And we're doing this, by the way, because there is a way... Hold on a second. It's a level 2 spell slot. Okay, we got a few. There we go. There's an example of knock. Because there's a big old fight, like a large group fight that's up here. And there's another group behind this locked door, and if you open up the locked door, they can fight and basically take each other out. And it is just a real nice way of avoiding having to do this potential 2 fights. It's not a guaranteed 2 fight kind of thing, but it's definitely got some potential.
Seems simple enough.
All right.
I don't need any attention right now.
Okay, so to give you an idea, here, let's make a save. So, there's these reconstituted marksman and duelist, but there's also some other stuff that happens during this fight, where like other creatures get summoned, like servants of Shar get summoned. And then here is the door. So, I don't think we can cast it from here. We gotta go to here to do it. So we may not need the invisibility potion after all, which is fine. Alright, so what we can do, turn base. Actually, no. Let's just get closer.
Light on my feet.
Right over to here. Alright, knock. Okay. So we got that part done. Now we just gotta get over there and open the door. So, here is where that invisibility potion is gonna come in handy. We got 10 turns. Now we'll go. Let's... Can't remember if dashing breaks invisibility or if Misty Step does as well. Invisibility ends if the invisible entity attacks, casts another spell, takes an action, or takes damage. Dash is a bonus. Or no, that's, hold on a second. Dash is an action. Okay.
These boots have seen everything.
So let's do this. Let the environment take its turn. We've got that Misty Step loaded up so we can come on back. So let's just keep making our way. Environmental turn. Okay, still got 8 turns to get there. Let's see if we can make it. We can in this turn. That's good.
I'll give it a shot. Feel a tremble rising from the floor, growing stronger.
Essentially, the entity behind the door is Balthazar, but he's got a crew with him. Here, the old, like, Sharon, I forget their exact names. Justiciars, that's them. The Dark Justiciars. Alright. So, the yellow up here effectively means that they're pseudo-neutral to us. They won't attack us. The umbral trimmers can see here, are not good. Neither are the Justiciar Avengers that come popping out, and the big bad Justiciars that come out. So right now we're relatively close to beings that won't hurt us. Alright, we are going to Misty Step our way right over here. We're gonna dash our way, because I don't want to get too far away, because we could get some XP out of this. I don't quite remember. Let's come on back over this way. Just have to take a look and see if whenever the first one dies, if we get any XP. Flesh. Big boy. Look at that big boy. And this fight, to actually do it, is annoying. There's Balthazar, running, doing his thing. Cloud kill is a bit of a problem. At this point, it's a lot of waiting. Is really what this is going to be.
Better be cautious.
We're just going to hide for right now, because eventually some of those baddies may come back to try to get us. I think coming back over here
ready.
will be okay. And if not, we can do some other things. There's, well, darkness is only 10 turns. Don't necessarily want to do that. Now we just watch for a little while. Party gains 60 experience. I saw that pop up. So that's good. We're going to get some experience out of this. So eventually, the little portal tremors that are opening up are going to really outnumber everybody else. Oof, that was a crit. Ugh. Balthazar later on, if you don't do this, you have to fight him anyway. But this helps to bypass that. Easy to do if you're prepped, as far as doing what I just did. Believe me, stumbling into it unknowingly, which I've done, can cause some problems for sure. We'll just hang out there. Oh, missing. Another critical miss. Goodness. Miss. Little hit. Not a lot. Got a little. It's just gonna keep spawning in the different Justiciars and stuff like that. Maybe it's only honor mode that has the really big bad Justiciar. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't remember. We'll find out, though. to chill some more. But what I think I'm going to do, just so we're not sitting here taking up your time, because this will take a while, I am going to just sit here and watch this play out like this, like what we're doing now. And once it starts getting down to the end of the battle, I'll show you kind of like what's left over, and then we'll get together as a group, come back, clean up what is left over, and then proceed on from there. So I'll see you then. Just a little quick update. The big bad just this year is this one right here, the Justiciar Crusader. He has spawned in, taking a little bit of damage, but yeah, he's the big bad of them. Just wanted to show you, just in case he dies before the end of the fight. Anyway, back to waiting. Well, it was off screen during my reporting, which is always fun, but Balthazar is down. So right now, it is Flesh, who has 15 left, against all of this, minus us, of course. This fight has gone on since when I first said we're going to skip over the fight. It's been going for 15 minutes, so to give you an idea of how long this takes. If we were actually had our party involved, it would take a lot less time, but doing this method is, like I said, much easier. Granted, we'll come back with the party, clean all of this up. But anyway, let's see how Flesh is doing. Oh, there he goes. Okay, so I moved a little bit. I'm gonna move a bit more.
Light on my feet.
And now we're out of combat. So there we go. So, now we can get out of that. We can... For some reason, there we go. Camera wasn't wanting to cooperate. Let's come back up here. Rejoin the group. And then go get Shadowheart back. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go back to camp.
All is ash and meat.
And Shadowheart is...
I am neither dead,
somewhere.
undead, neither alive.
Karlach, Astarion. But I just... Oh, there she is.
I need a moment for
I looked over here, and I looked over here, and here.
The Gauntlet of Shah. I can't believe it. I can't believe we found the Dark Lady's sacred crucible.
Let's see. What'd you think of it?
Overwhelming. Worship of Lady Shah is usually discreet by nature. Her holy sites have to be modest, well hidden. But that place... I never knew such grandeur had been built in her honor.
Alright, we'll leave for a second. Okay, there we go. Join.
It seems like you have ample company already. You'll need to figure out who you can live without before I can join.
Brenna Bryson could stay at camp.
Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Right. So we had to gain a little bit more experience. Still not quite there. Anywho, let's leave camp. And
One day
let's
I'll catch
all
a break.
come down this way. Just to double check.
Excellent
Gale
choice.
here. If I do this, we're good. So he can get a little extra as far as spells or spell damage and stuff like that goes.
What path lies before me?
We're gonna be working in darkness, sort of, for a little bit. Oh, can't forget the dragon egg
That will
mushroom.
fit in my pack.
Let's do that. come on in here. There's some goodies to pick up, which we shall do. Some different foods and ingredients and whatnot.
Even shaped by shadow as it is, Shar and architecture has a kind of beauty to it.
Beautifully intimidating. This place was meant to scare people into submission.
There you go. Cutting right through the ephemera to the heart of the matter. Your finest quality, I think.
Here I thought I rubbed you the wrong way.
Nothing wrong with a bit of friction now and then.
Now,
Help me keep my mind sharp.
there's a journal in here. Just this here helmet.
Thanks, pal. I think.
No traps, please.
Just fire shield. Gale. Oh. Just double check a few things. That all looks good. Yep. Over here, we'll alter to Shar. Don't remember the exact details of what happens, so I'm gonna save. And we're gonna get Shadowheart to interact with it.
Even the rats have the goods.
Offer prayer and devotion to the Dark Lady.
Your prayers fade away. Nothing comes to you in return. No soothing presence, no spiritual embrace. Only darkness and silence. Your efforts must be inadequate. You must do more to please Shar going forward.
We can silently swear body to Shar. Give yourself over entirely. 14 with a, well, +2. We'll add a little bit of guidance. That's not quite as good. We'll use a bit of our inspiration, though. Ugh. Shadowheart, why do you roll so poorly? We'll use one more inspiration. Okay.
Your show of fidelity is answered by silence. Your heart numbs.
Shar-stricken. Wave of Lost hexes you, causing a temporary lapse in your agility. Well, don't think. Let's look. Shadowheart. I mean, there's nothing there. Maybe it's just movement speed.
Let's try this way.
That could be it. I know there's got to be a way to see exactly what it does. I don't think we have remove curse currently. I don't think so. I think it's one of the ones that we did not pick up in our learnings. Yeah, remove curse. It's not prepared. I mean, we could prepare it, but it's a level 3. So I think we'll work with it.
No one stopped me yet.
For a little bit. Now, we're gonna get Terry
Just out of view.
to do a bit of business. Sneak attacks.
What do we have here?
Let's get a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Nope.
Can't risk being in open
Sneaking.
view.
Another sneak attack. Nope.
All right, time to skulk about.
Back to sneaking. Another sneak attack. There we go. reason the sneak attack didn't seem to be enjoyed. In theory, we don't get spotted. Just basically stay invisible. Namely, I'm just concerned, obviously, about Big Bad over here, but that's okay. They seem to be preoccupied. Nope. We already rolled a crit.
May the gods take you first.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Good. Alright. Just make sure. Sight lines. What's over here? Ah, there's another one over here. Did not see that initially. That's okay. The fact they're not reacting to any of this is odd. Make sure, again, we're not in sight lines. Looks good. Okay. Now this one. What a hit. Nice. Alright, we should
walk in death.
A little bit closer. Right here. Oh, we were invisible. Well, that seems a little off. I'm going after Big Boy first. We are going to use Luck of the Far Realms here. Oh, I accidentally hit my spacebar and skipped my turn. And didn't move while I'm invisible. So we're going to get Detected Presence. We got saved on being seen. Now we're out of combat.
Better be cautious.
So what we could do is a little bit of a sneaky sneak. Kind of backstab, so to speak. Like that. This is why I wanted to play Gloomstalker Assassin, is situations like what you just saw. Alright, now, let's group everyone back up. Pick up whatever we can. Yeah, they're mostly not gonna have anything. A little chest over here. We got Arcane Cultivation. I'm gonna give that to Shadowheart. That can go to our wares. Why is no one showing up?
Soldier.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Is Shadowheart's curse making her to where she can't
always sharp.
move
I'll
forward?
take this way.
Hale, what you doing, buddy?
So might as well.
Let's get back to Terry.
Control.
Group up.
Just.
Okay. I guess they were pseudo stuck there, in a way. All right. Let's see. Flesh. What you got? Little tumor. This time it is tumor. Reconstituted marksman. Actually, they're not gonna really have anything but Balthazar, though. Circled bones. Allied undead within 20 feet are resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. So if you're more of a necromancer, there's something cool. We'll just send that to camp for now. The Golem Bell, basically you can do little quests to get this from Balthazar to be able to summon flesh. Soul Cage Research. We'll give that a little read. Alright, otherwise, I'm mainly looking for, like, ghouls, because I think all the Justiciars don't have anything really on them. Another ghoul medic. That looks good. Now the Avenger... Not the Avenger, it was the Crusader. Let's give him a double check, since he's big bad. Nah. Of course. Alright.
Pave my path with corpses.
Let's just come on in here.
Castle with bones. Always room for more.
Eye stalk. Little tail.
What's
a chest, and then should be another one up there. Heart-shaped rock. Little wyvern stinger. Let's come on up to the chest. Making sure I'm actually hitting the right buttons or keys. If you're gonna get real technical. Oh, careful. Create vegetables. That can go to camp. Some books. Broken moon lantern and a dead pixie. Candle. Okay. Ooh, almost got it. That. Here. Not much. A little bit of bed. Broken moon lantern. We'll get the candle. Here. Oh. There we go. And another chest. Good, good. Okay. I am gonna go ahead and actually get Shadowheart. Little curse. Let's prep that.
A long way to go still.
Let us remove curse. Okay. Then let's go back, take away, remove curse, and we had another level 4 free movement, which we've got. I don't recall exactly what it was, but I thought it was banishment. That's what it was. Okay. Alright, so let's say, don't make me have to go back and reference notes. Who would do such a thing? Anywho. The other thing.
On my way.
I think it's this door also is a bit of a problem. Let's see. Talked about Baldur. Well, can't really do that.
Bet I can crack that open.
This is the level 30 that I was talking about. We'll add a bit of bonus, a little bit of guidance. Nope. Yeah, that little is a failure. Let's try again. We got some thieves' tools. Let's just try it the natural way. Oh!
Second, brother!
Boom! Let's go. Nice. Another reason I love to use the Gloomstalker Assassin. We get all the sneaky bonuses. Incense and stuff.
What's inside?
Hat. Alright, let's check the chests. Conjure Elemental, Cloud Kill. Nice. Give that a little read. Both of these can go to Gale. Arrows for me. This Infernal Iron, Karlach, you can have that. And Callous Glow Ring. The wearer deals an additional 2 points of damage against creatures that are illuminated. Which... I want to use it... I'll just pick it up. Let me look. Rings. Probably Karlach is going to get that, would be my guess. Or Gale. Get Gale's movement speed. down just a touch won't hurt. Callous glow ring. There we go. So illuminated creatures, which we can do some illumination, especially with the lantern and also daylight that we've cast before. So
still alive. So that's progress.
Got that as well.
Have to keep going.
All right, now I'm just gonna make our way. Let's do the other fight that I talked about. I said there was another fight. It's over here. Why not? Why not? Let's go ahead and knock that out.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
I do too. Bag of holding would be amazing. All right. What fight, you say?
Prime spot for an ambush.
That one. For this cloaker. Okay, otherwise... let's examine it. Let's just take a look. It's got dark vision, it's light sensitivity, so while in bright light, the creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls. Perception checks rely on sight. It has multi-attack if the target is frightened, and it has obviously an opportunity attack. So we want to light this place up, which would go with our Callous Glow Ring that we just picked up. So I think for Terry, just gonna do some regular attacking for now. And that'll be good. Alright, just summoning. Still just summoning. Alright, that's Karlak. I should have found a throwing weapon. I forgot that I switched it. That's okay. It can only be done outside of combat. That's a bit of a problem. So right now, Karlak's going to be mainly a melee character. We could... what else could we do here? We could do some magic missile up here. That might actually take it out. It's close. Let's use our action. Magic missile again. This should end the fight. Okay. Karlak.
Don't burn yourself.
Let's bind even this weapon. So essentially, give you an idea. Oh, wrong thing. So the Soulbreaker Greatsword that we picked up and added to Karlak's inventory is a regular, two-handed Greatsword. However, it does not have the property of automatically returning like the returning pike, for example. But as a Eldritch Knight, you can create a bond with the weapon. And when you throw it, I think we're going to do that right now. Let's see, through this, over here. It comes back. Pretty straightforward. If we do it again, it comes back. So we got to do that after rests outside of combat. I totally forgot we changed that.
Blood whispers.
That's okay. Stone skin. You know what? Karlak, why don't you get that? Add wares. Oh. Take that. Cloaker, what you got? Nothing. Lovely. Don't think there's any other goodies here. Now, let's come on back over to here, where we were. Get some hydration going. Okay. The rats, hello. We can make our way down here. can't believe I confused the vault door for the other door. I think the other door still got a higher check on it, though, if I remember correctly. Alright, here's the Gauntlet of Shar. The proper Gauntlet of Shar. But yeah, I think that's okay. And then there's other stuff to do up here, which we'll be doing. But I think here, now that we've made it past that to the Gauntlet of Shar, I think this is a good place to wrap up. Keep it a slightly shorter video, because I don't want to do part of the next thing and then cut it off. Because essentially, if we follow this trail of blood, we're going to get something cool, namely the favor that we were asked for, so to speak, as we came in here. So that will be up next. The Gauntlet of Shar itself, other things are coming. So I'll go ahead and get out of here. But before I do, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. See you guys later.